Hello, my check, my check. Welcome to last game of Stallion Cup today. Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of our main event. It's the number 2 seed Powersox Can Floors versus Element Steel. This is the Stallion Cup Season 7 Jumbo Plastic Conference Eliminations Round. Once again, my name is Rowy Sacote as Powersox Can Floors. Interesting lineup in their starting 5 as Chris Chu will be on the bench as Charles Chu will be the one who's going to be taking the charge in the point guard role. Meanwhile, for Element Steel naman, they lost their first 2 games and after that, their third and fourth game, naipanalo nila yon. So they are now in a 2-game winning streak coming into this game. So it's a battle between the number 2 seed and the 9th seed. As first shot is no go, gives it here to Chu. Chu will fire. As John Lee, I believe he had a piece of that. No good again. There comes John Lee. The baby ninja sidesteps. No go. Sammy Young with the rebound. Sammy gives it here to Charles. Of course, Charles Chu, the newly appointed head coach at the Phoenix Fuel Masters in the PBA, misses that 3-point shot. So speaking of Phoenix Fuel Masters, shout out to, of course, a good friend of mine. Coach Paulo Layugas. 3-point shot is no good. For Carl Lim, here comes Charles. No look past the Young. Extra pass inside to Benny Cow. And that opens up the scoring for Powersox Can Floors. 2-0 is the score. And there's a whistle. That's going to be a foul on Benny Cow, getting his first personal. Two free throws dito para kay Paul Antiporda. Paul Antiporda, their previous game with a win against Raminagi Buffaloes, got a double-double performance. 12 points, 11 rebounds. Shot 40% from the field. Second attempt. It's good. 8 minutes and 25 remaining. As 3-point bomb. No go for Paul Antipodra. 2 minutes had gone by. As Chu wide open. It's good, but that's just a long 2 for Ranchu as he stepped on the line there. Last season, he's one of the top 3-point shooter in our Stallion Cup Season 6. Let's see if that will be the same story here in Season 7. As Lim takes it, passes it here to Rejon. Cross-court pass to Renzel Yonko from downtown. Hits the back iron and miss. Charles with the rebound. Charles passes it to Benny. Young. It's good. Sammy Young. Last game scored 13 points and 9 rebounds. Just 1 rebound shy away from a double-double performance. Charles with the steal. Charles, no hesitation triple. Look at the hustle of Benny Cow. Nakuha nga lang ni Paul Antiporda. And 3-point shot is good for Carl Lim. Carl Lim shot really well last game, scoring 26 points, shot 47% from the field. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for Carl. A strong drive inside for Michael Lua. Michael Lua is a big guy who can also shoot from perimeter as back-to-back threes for Carl Lim. Masyadong malayo doon si Sammy Young. And now we're looking at a 1-point ball game. As Chu misses. And no good on the perimeter jumper. And there's a whistle.
Four
14 seconds on the shot clock. And there's a holding foul on Bernard Yu. That's going to be his first personal foul. As Charles able to draw a foul, so he'll head over to the line for a pair. So the foul was on 29, Carl Lim. That's going to be his first personal foul. So as Charles sinks in the first one. Second attempt is good for Charles. That's just a layup for him. Charles Chu actually heated up in their previous outing, scoring 14 points and 6 rebounds. Charles in transition. Charles, elbow jumper, no go. Rebound by Sammy Young. Sammy kicks it there. Oh, almost a turnover, but Ranchu was able to control it as Charles drives all the way short. Already across the halfway mark as Rejon kicks it out. Antiporda, it's good! 3-point shot for Paul Antiporda. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the first mandatory substitution of this ball game. This first mandatory substitution is brought to you by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, Kaukai, Auto Guard, and Park Access. As Chris Chu will be checking in for Powersox Ken Floors. Of course, Chris Chu, UAAP champion, PBA champion, at the same time the former team captain of the Philippine national team. And playing already here in Stallion Cup Season 7. And I believe we're just clarifying some lineups because kulang-kulang yung players ng dalawang kupunan natin. Instead of having some fresh legs na 10 lahat, wherein mas madali yung palitan, may mga players kasi na mag-i-stay. As sabi ni Charles Chu, si Rejan, yung upo. Oh. So, 5 minutes remaining. We are tied at 10 apiece. Chris gives it here to Mike Alua. Gets it right back. That's a wide open triple. Too strong. Rebound by Bradley Lau. Peter. Ramirez. That's a wide open triple. Too strong. Oh, hard collision. Small play by Mike Alua. Threw it to the legs of Trunks Atienza to maintain possession as Chris gives it to Michael. Gaisano gives it back to Chris Chu. No hesitation, triple, no go. And rebound by Bernard Yu. Paul. Ramirez bounces it. Nowhere to go. Fighting for that possession. And stolen away by Powersox Ken Floors as Chris muscling his way in, but got fouled. And he's holding on to his left lower back. As Paul Antiporda gets his first personal foul, Chris Chu is at the line to shoot 2 free throws. Chris Chu last game scored 24 points, shot 53% from the field, got 7 rebounds and dished out 4 assists. Again, Chris Chu, a former team captain of the Philippine national team, Former UAAP champion when he played for Ateneo Blue Eagles in 2008, and of course a former PBA champion then. 3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Yes, Chris. Heavily guarded by Trunks Atienza. Gaisano, oh, what a move! But the layup was off for Kelvin Gaisano. Benny Cow off the mark. Ramirez. Oh, gets it right back, and Gaisano with the rejection. Antiporda made one earlier, and he'll knock down again. Back-to-back threes for Paul Antiporda. Less than 3 minutes of action here in the first quarter. Aslua. Gang rebounding. Ginagawa dito ng Element Steel as Benny tried to be sneaky there but couldn't control the ball. That's going to be a turnover. Or, sorry, not a turnover but ball stays lang with Element Steel. Kasi wala pa siyang clear possession eh. That's why hindi pa talaga turnover. Look at that! Basket and one! For Bradley Lau. As Michael Lua gets his first personal foul. Bradley Lau did not play last game for Element Steel, so it's a sight to see that he's up and running here in this game, especially they're in a 2-game winning streak. As Chris can get that one to fall. Rebound by Bradley. Peter gets it back to Paul. No go. Sakto. But there's a whistle on Kelvin Gaisano. That's going to be his first. Bradley knocks down the first one. Second attempt for Bradley Lau. No go. As Michael bounces it. Baseline J for Benny. Off the mark again. And oh, that was a tough finish for Paul Antiporda. Paul Antiporda now with 9 points. He's the leading scorer in this game. Chris, guarded by Peter Ramirez. Still kind of quiet here is Chris too. Chris, floater. Oh, Paul Antiporda. I thought it was a clean block, but our referee saying that tumama yung kamay ni Paul Antiporda dun sa head ni Chris Chu. So Paul will be getting his second and 2 free throws for Chris Chu. Chris Chu last game scored 24 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, and shot 54% from the field. And he shot 85.7% from the free throw line. Only missing one, 6 out of 7 last game from the charity stripe as he goes 2 for 2. (19-13) ang score natin ngayon. Big man going to work with the hook for Bernard Yu. Bernard Yu last game only scored 6 points, shot 40% from the field, but he got 7 rebounds and they won against Raminagi Buffaloes. As Chris only has 3 points. As Calvin loses the rocker, stolen by Bernard. Oh, and there's a foul on Chris Chu. Pushing foul on Chris. That's going to be his first personal. As the number 2 team, Powersox Can Floors, are trailing by 8 points, 21-13. Oh, good pass. Wide open three. But off the mark nga lang for Paul. Lucky break for Powersox and Force as it misses. And you can't leave quality shots for Paul Antiporda because he already made 2 threes in the first quarter. Ramirez gives it. Oh, look at that tic-tac-toe passing, but well defended by Michael Lua. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Shot clock is off for Powersox. No more fouls to give for both teams. "15 seconds remaining. Chris Chu wants to take the last shot. 5 seconds. Chris slicing the D, kicks it. Michael Lua. Oh, nadulas nga lang sa kanya yung bola. And that is the end of the first quarter. A strong start for Element Steel. 21-13. We'll have a quick break, folks. We'll be back for more after this. During the first quarter, Powersox Kent Floors only shooting 20%. Element Steel really did their homework guarding itong the number 2 seed, Powersox Kent Floors. Element Steel naman shooting 35%. However, well, they already committed 3 turnovers all in the first quarter. No, that's low compared to the usual averages. That's why they're enjoying an 8-point lead. Meanwhile, Powersox naman as almost a travel pero nakuha pa rin ni Sammy Young. Chris kicks it. Oh, good defense by Bradley Lau to steal that ball as Lim passes it to Rejon. Extra pass to Lau. As Lau, easy. Bradley Lau now with 6 points, 4 rebounds. Now, this is the largest lead of the game so far. 10-point lead in favor of Element Steel. Chris gets it right back. And in and out. Rejon. Oh, ooh. There's a foul on. Oh, Rejon Lee fell down really hard. Rancho gets his first personal, and our commissioner Eldrich Liao and our medic already checking in on Rejon Lee because masama yung bagsak niya doon. So we hope that's not serious and we hope that he gets back up here. Just taking his time. And I believe he gave the go signal that he's able to play. And he already nodded saying that yes, I can play. And Rejon Lee, last game, not his usual performance, only scoring 8 points. However, he garnered 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals, and shot 44% from the field. As Rejon, second attempt, in and out. As Chris will shoot, and he'll score. Chris Chu now with 6 points. However, his shots are off this game. Let's see if that will be the fire igniter for Chris Chu. Kick set. Lim will try to answer back, but that was all glass. Rebound by Chris. Gives it to Sammy. Sammy. No problem for Sammy Young. Strong shots. As Yonko spins. Yonko. Masyado malakas nga lang yung shot noon ni Renzel Yonko. (24-18) ang score natin dito. Rand. Shorts. Renzel with the rebound. Oh, good time to Region. Double clutches the shot, but Shorts. Chris. Able to fish for a foul, and he'll go to the line for 2. As Bradley Lau gets his first personal foul. Chris Chu now 6 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. As he knocks down the first one. Second attempt is good. Renzel. Lau, good time inside to Peter Ramirez. And now trying to break away again, pero humahabol na ulit. Itong Powersox can floors as Chris uses the Gaisano pick. Too strong. No look pass. And baseline J bounces in and out for Peter Ramirez. Here comes Chris. Surveying the floor, gives it to Rand. Gets it right back. Rand, wide open 3. It's good. You cannot leave Rand Chu wide open from deep. Like what I mentioned last season, he's one of the premier 3-point shooters in season 6. There was one time na siya rin yung nag-number 1 sa 3-point percentage. Sammy might have gotten away with a foul, and Sammy Young showing dominance inside the paint, and now trims the lead to just 1. Well read by Benny Cao, pero hindi lang nila nakuha yung possession na yan. Ball stays with the blue shirts at 14-24. That's what we call a knockout pass, and that's going to be a duty foul by Sammy Young. As Sammy gets his first personal. These 2 free throws brought to you by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, Kaukai, Auto Guard, and Park Access. As Lau completes the second attempt. It's a 2-point ball game, 27-25. Chris taking the point roll here. Well read, pero nakuha pa rin ni Ranchu. 7 on the shot clock. Chris short. Rebound by Peter Ramirez. Peter, natawagan nga lang ng foul si Benny Cao. That's gonna be his second personal. Kicks it out to Lim. Lim goes baseline. Great defense by Sammy Young. Sammy able to control the leather. Chris. 9 on the shot clock. Gives it to Rand. Sammy. Tried to go for a pass inside pero nakuha lang doon ng Element Steel. 2 seconds on the shot clock remaining, and this is the second mandatory substitution of this game. And this mandatory substitution is brought to you by Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, Kaukai, AutoGuard, Park Access, and Jumbo Plastic Linoleum. And I believe there's just clarifying kung sino mga pwede pumasok. Ang magstay dito is si Benny Cao and si Kelvin Gaisano for Powersox Kent Floors. Oh no! Pinahingan nila si Benny Cao. Ay hindi, pumunta lang sa bench para to freshen up. Pero yan, babalik nga siya. For Element Steel naman, ang nasa bench ngayon is si Rejon Lee and Peter Ramirez. Charles, fadeaway J, no go. Oh, good hustle by Benny Cao getting the offensive rebound. Charles again will shoot. In and out. Another hustle play by Benny Cao. Don't be fooled by the size of Benny Cao. That guy is a hustler. Oh, wild shot by Kevin Lin. Trunks. Carl Lim. Paul goes baseline. It's good. And oh, I believe there's blood on Benny Cao, so that's going to be a mandatory substitution. That's a part of the wearing of proper uniform. Now, if there's blood with one of the players, kailangan isub out yun. So he's going to be catered by our medical staff, Makmak. So 4:20 remaining here in the first half. Charles gives it to Michael. Gets it right back. Gives it to Charles. Gives it to Rand Chu. Ang hindi lang nakahawak ng bola doon is si Kelvin Gaisano. Four minutes remaining. Passes. Oh, what a look to Bradley Lau. Credit the dime from Carl Lim. That's Charles. Rand. Nowhere to go. Stolen by Carl Lim, but ball stays with the blue shirts. Paul, why is he wide open? But lucky break as it misses, and may tulak doon. See ya, Bernard Yu. That's gonna be his second. And no go. As Lim will fire a three. No go. Rebound by Lua. Careless pass as Paul gets the steal. Atienza. 3 minutes to play. Trunks. Floater is up. Rebound by Rand. Charles gets fouled, but that basket will not count as the foul was before that shot. So Carlin will be getting a second personal foul. Charles tried to fish for a foul, but just passed it to the left wing. But Michael Lua misses that tray. Paul goes all the way short. Calvin with the rebound. Charles. Short again. And Charles Chu has been missing his shot in this game. Only has 2 points so far. Paul using that low pick. Goes on top of the key. It's good. And my timeout dito on Powersox Kent Floors with 2 and 1 remaining. We'll be back, folks, right after this. That timeout break was brought to you by Park Access, the official Nike store partner. 2 minutes remaining as Element Steel enjoying an 8-point lead. As Kelvin rather. Oh, bounces in and out. Rebound by Trunks Atienza. Carl gives it to Bernard. Bernard might have gotten away with a foul. As Lee John Lee calls a timeout for Element Steel. So, timeout ulit tayo, folks. We'll be back after this. $13 on the shot clock dito para sa Element Steel. As almost a steal. As Paul able to get the possession. Masyado malakas nga lang yung floater doon ni Bradley Lau. A minute and a half remaining in the first half as Michael Lua gives it to Rand. Rand again, another wide open three. That time couldn't connect. Paul will shoot a three after a strong first quarter for Paul Antiporda. In the second, he's missing his shots. As Charles spins, kicks it. Good fake by Kelvin Gaisano. But great stop by Bernard Yu. Utilizing his big size. As Charles. Way off the mark for Charles Chu. 36 seconds remaining. Kick out. Lim will fire. No go. Rebound by Rand. Here comes Charles. Shot clock is already off. 20 seconds remaining. 10 seconds to shoot. Rand gives it to Michael and banging bodies against Bernard. And there's a whistle against Bernardino. That's going to be his third personal foul. Michael Lua only has 2 points and 30 rebounds in this game so far. That's Michael. Misses on the first. Second attempt. It's good. 2.1 seconds remaining here in the first half. And that is the end of the first half. Just a 7-point lead in favor of Element Steel. 33-26. We'll have a quick halftime break. We'll be back after this. This is the most exciting part, folks. The third quarter or the second half, because both teams can now freely sub in their players. And kita natin, sasabay na ang dalawang Chu, si Charles and Chris Chu, and magsasabay din si Paul Antiporda, Rejon Lee, and Renzel Yonko. As great defense by Rejon Lee. Renzel gives it back to Rejon, and almost an N1 for Rejon. This foul will be called on, I believe that's on Chris Chu. That's going to be his second. So Rejon Lee will be shooting 2 free throws. First attempt is good for Rejon as he increases the lead back to 8. 34-26. 2 for 2 for the baby ninja. So a 9-point lead in favor of Element Steel as Rand gives it to Chris. Young, turnaround J, it's good for Sammy Young. Sammy Young with 8 points. Parehas na sila ni Chris Chu with 8. Paul fakes the pass, gives it to Ramirez. Nice pass to Lau inside, but bounces out for Bradley Yao. Charles pulls up a 3. It's good. Charles Chu after a slow first half, missing his shots left and right. Let's see if that will ignite some fire in his shooting. Rejon passes it, but no go. Charles grabs the glass. As Charles, back-to-back shots for Charles Chu. Quick 5 points for Charles. Now cuts down the lead to just 2. Still in favor of Element Steel. Almost a steal by Benny. Misses that pull-up J. Charles kicks it to Chris. He'll fire a triple of his own. Another 3. This time from Chris Chu. And they are now up by 1. 36-35 is the score. And just like that, nahabol na and lumamang pa ang Powersox Can Floors. A strong rebound by Renzel, and that's going to be a foul on Sammy. That's his second. As Rejon wide open, short. Rebound by Chris. Chris Chu floater is good. 5 points for Charles, 5 points for Chris. Here in the third. Paul. Element Steel kind of quiet. Only scoring 2 points so far as Yonko got rejected by Sammy Young. That block's brought to you by Kaukai, the Thai chicken house for the defensive play of the quarter. Charles rushing. Charles bounces out. Rebound by Rejon. As Ranchu fell down really hard at the stanchion. Is he okay? And I believe Ranchu is okay. So back to the ball game tayo. As Chris guarded by Yonko. Chris will fire a 3 again, another 3, and the third quarter. And Chris going back to the bench, holding onto his lower back, but we have a timeout break. 4-point lead in favor of Powersox Can Floors. Here in the third quarter, Powersox scoring 15 points already. Just 3 minutes and 15 seconds in the third. Meanwhile, etong Element Steel na pako sa 4 points lang. Oh, good feed inside pero ball goes out for Bradley Lau. Charles, fadeaway J, no go. Sammy Young able to draw contact. So he'll head over to the line for a pair. As Bradley Lau will be getting his second personal foul. Sammy Young with 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. First attempt for Sammy, no go. And Powersox shooting, well, 8 out of 11 from the free throw line. A decent amount. Make it 8 out of 12. So 66% from the charity stripe as Rejon kicks it to Yonko. Gets it right back. Rejon. Oh, great defense by Sammy Young. Sammy doing a phenomenal job here for Powersox Ken Force as Chris. Series of fakes, gives it to Charles. Cross-court pass to Rand. Nowhere to go. Charles. Oh, sneaky move by Charles Chu. Sinadya niya, itama sa kamay ni Bernard Yu yung bola para makuha niya ulit yung possession. That's a high basketball IQ play. And there's a holding foul on Bernard Yu. That's going to be his fourth. And papalitan dito si Bernard Yu kasi he's already nursing his fourth personal foul. .5:20 remaining in the third as Chris looking. As Rejon. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul. Great sacrifice of the body there by Chris Chu to get that charge against Rejon Lee. Rejon Lee will be getting his first personal foul plus a turnover. That's how heavy an offensive foul is. Plus a team foul pa. Charles asking for a pick, but no pick given. Sammy, spin move, layup, too strong then. Rejon gives it to Renzel. Easy bucket by Renzel Yonko. .43-39 ang score natin dito with 4.5 remaining. Charles loses the rock, and that's going to be a foul on Charles Chu. That's his first personal. .43-39 ang score natin dito. Antiporda. Yonko will find a triple, knocks it down from downtown. Cuts down the lead of Powersox Ken Force to just one, 43-42. 4 na minuto na lang natitira dito. Chris. Oh, stolen by Renzel Yonko. Stealing the ball and stealing the show, and no transition defense for the white shirts. And lamang na itong Element Steel, 44-43. Charles Off the mark, Sammy gets fouled. Look at the strength of Sammy Young. Don't be fooled by his last name. That guy is not young. And the way he plays, he knows how to position himself. He's reading the defenders actually before he makes a move. That's the right way to do it if you're playing inside the paint. So the foul was on Bradley Lau. That's going to be his third personal foul. As Sammy misses on the second, we are tied at 44 apiece. Renzel now has 9 points. And in and out in that three-point attempt. Charles against two blue jerseys. Great defense by Element Steel. But Sammy, another foul drawn by Sammy Young. Sammy Young, man again amongst the boys. And Bradley Yao gets his fourth personal foul. One more foul and he will be out. As Sammy misses the first. Sinks in the second. We are looking at the 1 point game as Paul less than 3 minutes to play. Charles looking, gives it to Chris. Chris fakes. Chris off the glass, no go. As Michael Lua, foul was on the floor. And foul is on Trunks at Atienza and nasa penalty ng Element Steel. So even though the foul was on the floor, 2 free throws dito for Michael Lua. Two and a half remaining in the third as Michael knocks out the first one. As Powersox shooting 11 out of 17 from the charity stripe. Make it 12 out of 18. Rejoin. Renzel. Turnaround J is pure for Trunks at Atienza. What a tight ball game for our main event. We still have one more quarter after this one, pero kitang-kita natin that none of this team wants to lose as Chris rattles in a 3-point shot. Chris Chu now with 19 points, less than 2 minutes to play in the third. Rejon only has 3 so far. Kicks it out. Extra pass to Ramirez. In and out. Strong rebound by Rejon, and that's going to be a foul on Sammy Young. Sammy Young gets his third personal. So they will inbound the ball baseline because the foul is on the floor. Spall might have forced that one, but no go. Oh, sneaky move by Chris Chu. Fishing that foul on Trunks Atienza as he gets his second. And again, 2 free throws for Powersox Ken Floors. As Chris now go on the first attempt. Second one. It's good for Chris. John Lee, right corner or right wing three is good for John Lee. John Lee actually averaging 2 points per game. As Charles gets it right back. It's a back iron and can't connect. Rebound by Rejon. Less than a minute to play. As Element Steel trailing by 2. Rejon all the way. Masyadong malakas nga lang yung shot na yun ni Rejon Lee. As Ranchu got hit on the face. And that's a foul on Trunks at Pienza. So 2 free throws ulit for Powersox as Ranchu will be shooting a pair. As Rand knocks out the first one, increasing the lead to 3, 52-49. Second attempt, no good again. Oh no, hesitation triple. Renzel Yonkov. If he's playing in 2K, that's a green shot. Ties the game at 52 apiece. As Charles will be taking the last shot here. 15 seconds remaining. Charles taking his time. 6 to shoot. Charles. Oh, stolen. And that will count. And that is the end of the third quarter. We are tied at 52-all. We'll be back, folks, after this. We are tied at 52 apiece at the start of the fourth and final quarter, so it's pretty much safe to say we have a great ball game in store for you folks. Who will take home the dub? That question will be answered in 10 minutes of game time as Charles gets the rebound. Charles kicks it to Chris. That's a wide open triple. It's good. Chris Chu with 23 points already. Takes the lead at 55-52. Cross-court pass. Gives it in. And that's going to be a kick ball. Shot clock reset to 14 for Element Steel. Carl passes it to Ramirez and short on that shot. Rebound by Chris. That's Rejon. Tried to muscle his way in. Kicks it out to Carl Lim. Off the mark for Carl. And that's going to be out of bounds. Ball goes to the white shirts. And ball goes to Element Steel. That's Rejon. Renzo looking. Gives it to Paul. Paul, heavily guarded by Benny Cow. Cross-court pass. As in and out nga lang for Peter Ramirez. Charles. Sammy fakes. Sammy bulldozing his way in. Hands it over as Benny was able to draw a foul. And he'll head over to the line for 2. As Renzel will be getting his first personal foul. Benny Cow misses on the first try. Second attempt, no go. And there's a lane violation. And no jumpers for Powersox Ken Floors, so that's going to be a substitute free throw for Benny Cow. But still, no go on that substitute free throw. 2 minutes in the fourth and final quarter. Just a 3-point lead in favor of Powersox Ken Floors. Yonko. Rejon. Kicks it to a wide open Yonko, but hits the back iron and can't connect. Sammy drives all the way. Masyadong malakas nga lang. Charles Chu. That's going to be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. So, Charles Chu, I thought that was a regular foul, but our referees upgraded it to an unsportsmanlike foul. That's going to be second personal foul. So, 2 free throws plus ball possession for Element Steel. And you can see the Powersox players, Powersox Ken Floors, not happy with that call. Especially in a close ball game like this one. We're only looking at the 3-point game. As first free throw is no good for Renzel Yonko. Second attempt for Renzel. It's good. Plus, sa kanila pang possession. 14 on the shot clock for Element Steel. And you can feel the energy changed inside the AYSN Sports Center. Getting heated up between these two. As Charles. Blocking foul will be called on Rejon. And that's his second. As Betty. Charles will fire a triple, knocks it down from downtown. Charles Chu with 12 points. And that's going to be a travel on Peter Ramirez. So ball goes back to Powersox Ken Flores. Less than 7 minutes to play. Five-point lead for Powersox as Charles. Pick and roll play. Sammy kicks it to Chris. Chris, nowhere to go. Great defense by Carl Lim. Sammy against two defenders, but no problem at all. It's a Sammy Young, now in double figures. 12 points, 13 rebounds. Rejon kicks it. Extra pass. Paul. In and out. Follow up, Jace. No go for Peter Ramirez, and that's going to be a foul call on Carl Lim. That will be his second personal foul. As we have a substitution here, Powersox Ken Flores slowly increasing the lead to 7 points. Six minutes remaining. Rand. Charles asking for a pick. One-legged J is good for Chris too. And in and out. Wow, here in the fourth and final quarter, the shots of Element Steel are missing and not working in their favor right now. As Charles. Oh, turnover by Charles Chu. Here comes a 3-on-2 break. Yonko. And the foul is on the floor. So, Benny Cao gets his third personal. And some substitutions here as Bernard Yu will be taking a breather. Pasok dito si Bradley Lau. Again, Bradley Lau already nursing his fourth personal foul. As Rejon. As there's a foul on Benny. That's his fourth. One more foul for Benny Cao and he'll be out. And he's one of the energy giver for Powersox Ken Flores. As Rejon. Look at the shiftiness of Rejon Lee with the one-handed shot. As Charles taking the point. They are enjoying a 7-point lead. Oh, good find, Benny. Tawag natin doon. Masyadong malalim lang for Benny Cao. Gives it to Rejon again. Rejon. Oh, what a move! Pero the layup was off as there's a foul on Chris Chu. That will be his third personal. And may timeout break tayo dito by Powersox Ken Flores. Stay tuned lang, folks. Let's move back right after this. That time out break is brought to you by Park Access, the official Nike store partner. 4:20 remaining. Paboritong oras to ni Jobs Aquino, but yeah, still anybody's ball game. It's just a 7-point lead in favor of Powersox Kent Floors. As catch and shoot three, no go. Lau trying to fish for a foul there, but no whistle given. Charles looking, gives it here to Rand. Sammy spins, fakes, he'll shoot, and he'll score for Sammy Young. That's Rejon. Paul, it's good. Paul Antiporda, kind of quiet here in the fourth, but knocking down the three as he now has 16 points. Charles instructing his team, telling Sam to post down low. 10 on the shot clock, taking a lot of time is Charles. Charles, fadeaway J, it's good. That was over two Element Steel defenders. As Yoko, nice feed. As, bounces out Galo for Peter Ramirez. As Charles crosses over, elbow J. Another one! Charles Chu, are you kidding me? Increasing the lead to double digits. Step back J, passes it to Rejon, an easy finish for Rejon Lee. But they need to double their effort because right now they're trailing by 8 and the clock is not in their favor. It's Chris taking their time. That's the right way to do it if your Powersox Kent Floors. Charles, no go. Rejon with the rebound. As Lee falls down. Well defended by Chris Chu. As Chris muscling his way in. And we are down to the last 2 minutes. Hatid sa inyo ng Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, the best quality formatting in the Philippines. And we have an official stoppage of play because Rejon Lee still down on the floor, kind of shaken up after that collision with Chris Chu. And Rejon ay shaken up as back to the ball game tayo. 10 na ang kalamangan dito ng Powersox Kent Floors. A missed shot by Antiporda. Element Steel now wants to go man-to-man defense. As Charles kicks it to Chris. Chris spins, shimmies, gives it to Rand. Will shoot, and Rand in and out. A minute and a half remaining. As lays it up and in for Paul Antiporda. We're looking at an 8-point ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Chris. Nowhere to go. 8 on the shot clock. Chris kicks it. Benny. No go. Okay. Shot clock violation. Our referee saying na hindi po tumama sa ring yung bola. So the ball will not reset to 14. Less than a minute to play. Every possession matters. Rejoin driving, but there's a whistle. But basket will not count as the foul was before that shot. As Benny Cow will be getting his 5th and final foul as he will be out. And I believe nasa penalty na ang Powersox Ken Flores. As first shot is good, cuts down the lead by Rejon. Second attempt, airballs it for Rejon. .48 seconds remaining. And may one foul to give. Etong Element Steel. Sunny gives it here to Chris. Chris asking for a pick. Turns the ball over as Peter. This is a much needed bucket for the blue shirts. As Paul lays it up and in, pero shot clock is off na. And humingi ng timeout dito ang Powersox Ken Flores. With 20 seconds remaining, our score is 70-64. .20 seconds remaining, and Powersox Ken Flores inbounding the ball to their front court. So there's going to be 14 on the shot clock. So magkakaroon ng 6-second game clock shot clock differential. And again, take note, may one foul to give pa itong Element Steel. Sammy Young will trigger the inbound. Sammy gives it to Chris, and that's the last foul to give ng Element Steel. The next foul will send Powersox Ken Flores to the free throw line. Same play. This time Charles will go to the line for a pair because nasa penalty ng Element Steel. As Charles will head over to the line for a pair. As Charles misses on the first one. Second attempt is good for Charles, and the timeout dito ang Element Steel. It's a 7-point lead, so both teams, only one timeout remaining for both teams. So stay tuned now as we'll be back for more action when we return. 17.7 seconds remaining as Element Steel. Both teams are already in the penalty. Sammy Young exchanging some friendly answers to Rejan Lee, but Rejan Lee not falling for it. Catch and shoot 3, and Carlin misses pero sumakto pa. They need to shoot it as Sammy getting that steal, and they will just end this game as Charles floats it up and in, and that is the final score, 73-64, a 9-point win for Powersox Kent Floors. Welcome back, Stallion fans. Together with me is Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, best player of the game with 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, Chris Chu. Chris, I saw you earlier before the game. You're kind of shaking up. Hinawakan mo yung lower back mo. Can you let us know what was happening there and what ano yung nararamdaman mo playing on that this game?
That's called old age. Maraming masakit. Back, ankle, a lot of things going on with the body, and just trying to loosen it up. Hopefully lumuwag sa laro. Buti medyo lumuwag-luwag naman sa game kahit medyo masakit, pero tiis lang. Anyway, we're here to work out, and we had a good competition and good exercise, and luckily we came out with a victory.
And you're still the second seed in this ball game, just behind CW Home Depot. What will be our expectations coming into your next games?
I don't know, and it depends who show up in the games sa team namin. But I think we have a good team if we're complete. We enjoy playing with each other. So these guys are competitive, they want to win. And just take it one game at a time. Try to stay healthy.
Sorry about that. I'm pretty much sure you want to give a huge shout out to all of our viewers.
Yeah, to all the Stallion Cup viewers and followers, hello, salamat sa pagnood. And to my family, to my wife Clarice, to Amanda and Mary, my daughters, who explicitly reminded me to give them a shout out if I end up being chosen as best player. So hello girls, I think it's past your bedtime, should be sleeping now. Yun lang.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, that is our Jumbo Plastic Linoleum best player of the game, Chris Chu. So that concludes our games for today. Stay tuned lang, we'll see you tomorrow for our continuation of the Stallion Scene Season 7.